everyone, and welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by my channel. This is Shanna, and I'm working on another Christmas in July card. I'm actually working on the second set of Kindred's Card Challenge 11. Sketch number 8 is what I have here. And I have a confession to make, actually 2 confessions. When I was following the cutting pattern on these particular pages, I actually cut this one wrong, and I've got it taped together, but I'm going to use it, and I've got a solution for that. And I actually cut this one short. And so what I did was I took a piece of white cardstock and stuck it on there, and I don't think it's that noticeable. So you can fix your mistakes. You just have to get creative and figure out how to do it. So these are the 4 pieces that have inspired me to make the card that I'm going to make. And I'm just going to get busy and get it made. So I'm going to push these aside, and I'm going to just bring in my card base. And this is going to be a top folding card. So I've actually got a top folding card base here all ready to go. And then I'm going to bring in my layers. So my first layer for this card, and I know we've got a lot of patterns going on here, but I'm going to be bringing in this additional plaid pattern with the black and the green, and I really like it. I think it'll look nice. So I'm just going to take my tape runner and crookedly run it across there and get it all ready to go down. And I'm going to try and be a little bit more sparingly on my tape runner. I have just been blowing them up, and I think I've probably been just using too much on there. So try and get this laid down. Looks like I've got a little bit of an edge there, but I think it'll be just fine. And so that is the first layer of this particular card. And then my next layer, I'm just going to bring in a black panel because we've got a lot of black going on here with the buffalo plaid and the black polka dot. So I think that black will look nice with that. And I've not even used a die on this. I just took my paper trimmer and just trimmed it down how I needed it. So I'm going to be a little bit more, I think, creative with my tape so that I don't have to use as much. So I've just been blowing through it. So I think we can get it laid down just fine with just a little bit instead of as much as I've been using. I don't know how you guys do it. I probably should watch some others and see if, if they're being more sparingly on their tape or not. But I'm just getting a good edge on here, and I'm just going to lay this down. And this card is, just basically layering. So the way this design is, if you saw my other one, it's going to look like this. And if you used double-sided paper, you would bend these up. But I did not, so I will not be doing that. And this is the order of the paper, that it was supposed to be cut in. Let me get my design up here, and I can tell you. Basically, this was pattern paper, paper B. This was D, this was E and F. And I try to stay true to the challenge and actually put the particular squares in the right place just to kind of stay true to the challenge. Now with this, rather than using my tape runner, I need to wiggle it. I may have to move it, so I'm going to use my glue. And I've got my Bearly Art glue here, which I did not cap up when I stopped to go eat dinner. So it was a little bit dry, had a big dried on piece there. So for dinner, we just decided, summer's getting away from us, and we really haven't grilled out very much. So we decided for dinner that we would just grill hot pepper cheeseburgers on the grill. And I'd called my sister and asked her if she wanted to come over after work and eat with us. So we had her come over, and my husband just cooked the burgers on the grill, and I threw together some baked beans, and we had some chips and dip, and that was a pretty simple, easy meal. So I enjoyed that. And then she had a long day, so she was ready to go home and get some rest. And I was ready to get in here to my craft room. So that's where I'm at. And I think my husband's probably in there watching one of his TV shows that he enjoys. So I'm just trying to get this lined up, and then we'll bring in our embellishments. So basically, these 4 pieces are the only pieces that we were required to work with for the challenge. And the rest were the add-ons that I decided to bring in. And I'm just trying to straighten this up. probably not doing a very good job of it. And I have, you know, like I said, I split that one black polka dot paper down that line there, and so it doesn't look very good. So I've decided to kind of modify the sketch. The sketch calls just for, once you do this, then just, you know, bend these back if you have paper pattern on there, but I don't. And then just add a circle, a 2-layer circle in the center of it. But I'm going to take the liberty of modifying it and laying this red stripe down there just to kind of bring in the red that is in the, and to cover up that line that's there that is kind of blatantly showing. So I'm just going to do that. And my goal is to just line it up with the top of the black paper and not the green. And just kind of run it across there like that. Try and get it straight. Just lay it on there. So there we have it. And then for my circle embellishment, I had this Love from Lizzie star that I wanted to put on it, and I decided to lay it on a black panel just to kind of, trying to get some of the tape out of there, just to make it pop up off of here instead of seeing the other patterns through it. So I'm just going to take, and I think I decided that I would just pop it up and just make it pop up off my card. I did do 2 layers. Let me see. I did 2 layers of the circle. I think that's enough. I don't think I need to pop it up because my Christmas cards will be mailed. So let's keep the dimension to a minimum, and we'll just get it laid down on here. And then ahead of time, I took my, I've got this Spellbinders kit. Oh, what fun, that I'm going to be using for this card and the next card. And I've got the Noel die that was included in it. And I just took 3 layers of the Noel and the gold. I wanted to just bring in some more gold because we have the gold there and then here. And so I just took it, and I'm just going to put some glue on the back and get it laid down, and that will be the end of it for this card. And then we'll move on to our next card. So I'm just going to lay that down right there. And I need to kind of clean up my glue a little bit. And it will dry. So just press it down nice and neat. And so this is my card. And this is, what did I say, sketch 7 or 8? It's sketch 8. Last night I did sketch 7, and this is sketch 8. I'm going to do sketch 9 next. And I like the way it turned out. I think it looks really pretty. So I hope you like it too. Okay, for card sketch 9, our inspiration pieces are just these 4 pieces of paper here, and it goes in this particular order. So this is sketch 9 from Kinder's Card Challenge 11, and I'm just going to start building my card. So I've just got a panel that lays, it's going to actually lay this way for this particular card. And I'm just going to bring in some gold. It's kind of a matte gold. It's not a real, I don't know, it's got kind of a texture to it. It's not as shiny as my gold metallic from Spellbinders. This piece, I believe, came in my Love from Lizzie kit from last year. I'm just using things that I already have. I haven't got in any new Christmas stuff yet. So I'm just trying to use the things that I have from last year for this challenge and, you know, really get some use out of these materials. So I have some new Spellbinder stuff that's coming in, and I'm really excited to get it and start working on it. But I have not received it yet, so I'm just going to use this stuff, and then hopefully later this week or the first part of next week I'll get it. And I was going to try and save my tape runner, and there I am going whole hog again. So we'll just get this laid down. I think this card will come together pretty quickly as well. So we've just got a nice gold with a black base. And this is inexpensive gold, black paper that I have. I'm not using my brushed gold paper from Spellbinders. I'm just using some inexpensive stuff that I've got in there. So those are the layers that you can bring into it. And then as far as we'll go ahead and get our pieces of paper down for that we were required to use for this. And I think I am going to do glue again, so I'll have the ability to move it a little bit. And we want to just make a little nice little edge on here with this. And hopefully it'll line up okay. And again, I'm using that same Oh What Fun. It actually was a kit, and it's still available, I'm pretty sure. I think, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure because I think Jay, a guy that I follow, he just got that kit, and I had commented that I used it last year. So it's still available. I'll link it up in the description box for you to see, but it's a really fun kit. I had a lot of fun working with it. I used, I'll show you these, whoops, I about messed that up. These Christmas tree dies that I used. I did some real cute colors. Some, I guess, non-standard Christmas colors, which I guess you would say that the card that I'm doing here is kind of non-standard Christmas colors as well. But I did some pink and some teal trees and did some really cute things last year. If you want to see that, you can check out some of my Christmas videos from last year. And I'm trying to get this edge down, but I probably needed to go that way a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. And then I've got this red panel that I've decided to bring in for the center of this. And this will be my card base, and then we'll begin embellishing it. And I think if I'm, get that down in there, I have I'm bringing in some black Christmas trees that I'm going to layer. So I'll just double them up. I just cut 2 of them out. I'll just get them doubled up. Get them all lined up nice and neat. That's a super easy die to do that with. And my thought was that I was going to do something here, and then I'm going to embellish my tree with some, and I've got to get my tinsel or my decorative pieces for this. So if you'll hold on just a minute, I'll be right back, and we'll have our decorative pieces and we'll get our tree decorated. Okay, so I've got my tree embellishments. So what I need to do is just get my tree laid down, and then we'll go from there. So real quickly, I'm going to take this, and I am going to kind of center it in the middle of my red there. And along with the Oh What Fun Christmas, you've got this tree embellishment stuff in there. So I did die cut it out in both gold and white, and I've decided that I'm going to go with the white. I need to grab some tweezers to assist with this. When you've got these little pieces, it's kind of hard to hold them, especially when you've got acrylic nails on. It kind of makes it challenging. And I'm going to clean my glue nozzle so that I can just very lightly put it on there. I think that looks good. Now my star, I'm going to put it, I decided to do it in gold, and I need to grab some little foam, pull some off so that I have them available. And I actually picked these little foam squares up in the little bins at, I think it was Joann's. They've got some little, like, I don't know, $1.25, $2.25 bins, and they had these little squares. And so I just picked some up there because I was running low. And I thought, well, that's a good deal. Maybe it isn't, I don't know. But when I saw the price, I was like, well, it's not that much. So I'm going to pop that up. Try and get that popped up on there and get it laying on there. And then I did the white because I think I want to do like some gold balls on here. So I'm just going to put some little gold bulbs on my tree, I think. use my jewel tool. And I did a bunch of these. They even have some little stars that you can add. I think I'm going to do all the little balls though. Just kind of get them on here. And you got to have a jewel tool for this because these things are teeny tiny. I don't mind working with the small little embellishments. I think it's fun. And it's kind of like being a kid again and playing with your toys. So I think that looks nice. Now what I did was I also brought in another one of my old Christmas sets, and it was from October of 22, Wonderful Christmas. And it had these stamps, and I used the one that's on here. It says Merry Christmas, and then it has the coordinating die. So I went ahead and I stamped it, and I die cut it out, and I did 3 layers just so that I would have some dimension for it. And I'm just gonna glue it, get it laid down, and then this will finish off this card, which is Card Sketch 9. Might need a little bit more glue there. Just got my stamp on there. Just set that on there and smush it down. All right, so there is my card. Now I could add some jewels to it or something else, but I think at this point it's got enough pattern and stuff going on, so I like it. You know, the colors aren't very traditional, the black Christmas tree with the white tinsel, but I do kind of like it. I wonder if I might, do I have the stars? I thought there were some stars that came with this. I was thinking about maybe putting some of those gold sprinkles around it. While I'm doing that real quick, I think I'm going to do that real quick just for fun. And I'm putting too much glue on there. I know that because when I did the other one, I had too much. The other ones. So hopefully this will be just enough to stick on there. And I just feel like I need to fill in some of that red. That's why I, at the last minute, decided I would throw some of these on there. And that'll finish our card. I like it. I think it looks cute. And I hope you like it too. If you do, consider giving me a thumbs up or subscribing to my channel. Trying to grow my channel, so I would certainly appreciate it. Thanks and have a great evening. Take care. Bye-bye now.